Everybody, welcome back to LeftPawGaming. Today we've got some more of my walkthrough footage of Final Fantasy 16. Last video, we returned to the hideout after defeating Hugo Kupka and cutting off his hands, only to find Cid's daughter, Mid, waiting for us to set up shop. This video, we're visited by Uncle Byron. Let's find out what he has in store. Let's jump in. First things first, we have to go back to Mid, and then we find out... I wonder if this is going to be built. Is this going to finish bolts from the blue for us? And getting to work. Oh, I guess the little in-between or sub-story missions have their own titles too.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Yeah. I do need to get some rest. It's fine. We'll get there.
Alright, Clive. You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various orders, and a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Martha's Rest.
Perfect.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Boom. Quest complete. Perfect. Getting to work. Finished.
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Time to check on Jill. You can't really say good deed for the day. I mean, well, some time had to have passed by the time we went to Martha's Rest and back, right? The game has to keep track of stuff like that.
Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgal. He must have found something.
Ooh, what did he find out? I'm excited to find this out. I want to know more about why Torgal randomly got a little bit of a power boost and a new look. I don't know if any of you guys play the phone game Summoner's War. It's almost like Torgal had a second awakening.
Jill looked white as a sheet.
Which is pretty awesome. I'm just saying. Our makeshift library. What's going on?
Where have you been? I've been wanting to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him, like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf.
Whoa.
An animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir?
Fenrir
Hey
the
now.
Frostwolf.
Is that you, Torgal?
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva.
Like Jill.
The girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers,
What?
just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened.
That's amazing.
Just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Look at you, Torgal.
Though Torgal's power is his own. His latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
That's pretty awesome.
Get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health.
Well, that's good.
Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Little strange to say out loud, but you know, whatever.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
If you know that he's here,
I shall be a moment.
why don't you just say, hey, I'm the one Clive came to get you for? Like, what? Mid, come on. All the building noises in the background there with a black screen. Sometime later, people standing at the top of the stairs wondering what Mid's doing.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Oh, yes, I can't wait to hear about this. What is Mid even gonna do with all this down here? We probably can't even get anything from her right now.
I think I'll wait till Mid's away.
Her name is Midolfo. Did you? I don't. You guys may have to go back just a little bit, but one of the people's conversations that popped up on the left-hand side, it said something about Miss Midolfo. Oh my God, she is Sid's daughter, in name and everything.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Okay. He's really gonna stand here and just wait the whole time? Is he?
What? Here?
Yeah.
Word, that'd be a problem.
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
That's not nice
You
to
have
say.
nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
He's gonna claim a bigger
Clive,
crown.
Have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
A guest. What in the world is this? Who's just showing up here randomly?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight. Uncle Byron?
Oh my God.
Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
He's such a lively guy. Uncle Byron shows up on our doorstep. Meanwhile, in Twinside, seat of the Imperial Court. What a fancy looking building this is.
Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Oh, there's
Still,
Clive's
we
mom.
must insist on
Olivier.
substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmex empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, he has something to say.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I
You're
doubt
welcome.
any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, hanging out, drinking. Yeah, it's fine.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments.
What?
The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can. And once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
That's
Your
a
Radiance,
shady way to do business.
Were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance?
Right. You're never thinking of your people,
If the
man.
fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
What?
For every home that burns, another can be built.
That one I agree with.
The Empire will live on.
I'm not a fan of this guy. Like, at all.
Dion?
I wonder if Typhon
Yes, sire.
Ultima already has his hooks in this guy. And we're thus far unaware. And this is his son, obviously, Dion, that he's addressing.
Prepare for battle.
But sire,
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
This dude's shady. I haven't been a fan of him since the first time we saw him. Something about the way he operates. Somebody's pulling his strings besides Clive's mom.
that is your wish, Your Radiance. I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
What? No way. You really think your son's gonna betray you?
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
You're really just gonna base that off of the stars? Like, man, she is just she's like the the Peter Baelish or Littlefinger from Game of Thrones of this game, and I'm not a fan of her. She's just maneuvering her way into nonsense.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Let's go talk to him. Hey, Uncle Byron.
The little ones have been up to their own tricks.
Let's see what he's got to say to us.
Ah, my dear nephew. How
I did like
missed
him.
you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you,
I'm a fan of Sir Wade.
The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. Sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
Oh my.
2,000?
Nice. Showed up with some money to help the cause. That's what I'm talking about.
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
You're welcome.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place.
That's what I'm talking about. Lay it out for us.
Come here and I'll show you.
Yes, I love these little history lessons. Break it down. Where's Kupka?
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts.
Really?
But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance.
No, I don't think
No.
that's likely.
The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So we know where he is.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
That's intriguing.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to
And another
accompany
mother
you
crystal
part of the
at
way.
that.
As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Why are you hustling me? Alright. Talk to Otto.
Finished outfitting her little workshop, I hear.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head.
Ah, dang.
I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lancer and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from
That's a
him
win.
since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Sid the title.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Can't handle anybody else like
Thank
Mid.
fuck for that.
Gav, Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Excellent. Off to Uncle Byron. We're gonna set our plans.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
He's a spirited guy, isn't he? I'm a fan. Alright guys, we're going to cut this video off right here. This is a great spot for us because obviously we've learned some new details about where Hugo Kupka was taken. And he's headed back to Drake's Fang. He's going back to his turf to get healed because there's enough ether there to mend the wounds, so Vivian says. Also, Uncle Byron showed up and we finished Mid's workshop. We don't know what her workshop's going to do for us, but we know that Uncle Byron is going to give us some company on our journey. And to find out what that journey entails, you guys are going to have to join us in the next video when we start heading towards Drake's Fang. So as usual, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will see you guys in the next video.